Hey everybody, I am Mr. B and welcome to the Loft. So kids, we are going to talk about casseroles. Casseroles are the quintessential comfort, southern, midwestern things that you can do, right? They're like a big hug. So I'm going to do a series here of casseroles that'll include both your kind of what I call an entree casserole, which is your entire meal, like maybe you would put a salad with it, as well as your holiday casseroles, like your broccoli and cheese and your squash casseroles and things that you have more as a side or as a fixin', as we would call them, to a main dish or a main protein. So today, what we are going to do is a full entree casserole. This is a delicious cheesy chicken, broccoli and rice kind of casserole thing, right? It's a good way to kind of add some of those vegetables if you've got one of those picky eaters. I wish I was a picky eater, Jesus. Anywho, it's delicious. This is a perfect weeknight, start to finish, maybe an hour. We're gonna use a couple of cheats, our old friend, the rotisserie chicken, which I've already gotten and picked. We will use some of our friends, the Campbell soups. Mix it all up together, pour it in a 13 by 9, add a little butter crumb topping on it, and let it go 30 minutes. Oh, lest I forget the cheese. Using two kinds of cheese today. I'm gonna use a cheddar and a Monterey Jack. Scratch that, 3 kinds, because I'm gonna put some parmesan in my buttercrumb topping. Without any further blah blah, you know. Let's get started on this cheesy chicken and broccoli and rice casserole. Okay, we're gonna rinse our rice till the water runs clear. Okay guys, we are gonna start with the rice. So we're gonna parboil our rice. What that means is we're not gonna cook it all the way, which means you really don't have to be too concerned about how your, how much water, your water to rice ratio and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna pop this on high. And once it gets going, I'm gonna add some of this magical stuff. This is a better than bouillon kind of chicken based, and it's so much better than the box stock. You could just use plain water if you wanted to, throw a little salt in it if you will. If you use box stock or this bouillon, forgo the salt, should be enough in there. This is just gonna bring a little extra something, if you know what I mean, to the rice, which I'm hoping anyway, is gonna give it that real intense chicken flavor, as though we had done a traditional Southern chicken and rice bake in the oven that takes about 2 hours to do. So we'll get this going, boiling, add the bouillon, throw our rice in. You're gonna cook this probably about 10 minutes, 10, 15. You don't have to get the rice all the way done, as I said, because it's gonna continue to bake. Now, rice and I have had a long, very, very volatile relationship. There are recipes for this type of stuff that call for raw rice in the actual casserole dish, and you bake it for a long time and it's good and fluffy. Mine never works out that way. That's why I'm using a parboil method. Plus you'll save time. Okie dokie, so we're getting up to a boil. We're not quite to a full boil here yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken base to this. I guess I'm gonna go for maybe about, I don't know, tablespoon or so. Okay, to our boiling chicken stock, I'm adding about a cup and a half of rice. There we go. Give it a stir to incorporate. Put the lid on till it starts to, want to overflow as it does. Setting a timer for about 10 minutes. We can go ahead and mix up the goo. Okay, while our rice is cooking, I've heated up some butter. We're gonna, in goes our onions. Choo, 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 choo. And our broccoli. Just gonna get it green and soft, you know. Remember to season each layer. Little pepper. Got that out of order, didn't I? And a pinch of salt. All right, so let's start making or putting together the casserole. 1 cup of cream of chicken, 1 can of cream of shroom. Look, you paid for it, get it all out of there. And 1 can of cheddar cheese soup. And then here's one of those tips to kind of make it, you know, feel a little bit less than just kind of a drop and go. Pour you in a cup of good white wine. Yes, indeed. All right, and we are going to incorporate this using our whiskey whisk. And whisk to combine very well. Remember, taste your food. Oh, yes, indeed. So, we are going to add about a tablespoon-ish, maybe half tablespoon of garlic powder. Same with some of our chicken seasoning. Be careful. There's a lot of salt in this chicken seasoning. That's why you taste your food, right? We're gonna mix this well, and then we'll pour it up. Whoop! Cracked pepper, duh. That's $1 million right there. Okay, we have our greased 13 by 9. And I've got enough of this stuff here that it's probably close to a double damn batch. Let's get it in here and see what we got. So sometimes you end up with a little extra. You know what? You can freeze this in a bag and do a mini later. Or I'm going to actually go ahead and cook this off. I can give it to a friend or freeze it once it's cooked. Freeze it before it's cooked. Okay, this is going to be awesome. All right, now we are going to top it with some of our cheddar, the remaining cheddar and Monterey blends. Try to get some even coverage. And I like to hit the corners because you'll get the crispy bits sometimes. And for our topping, I've got some panko and some melted butter. I'm just going to mix that up real roughly. And then we will top it. You want this, this panko breadcrumb and Parmesan is going to get nice and golden brown. And it should give you a little bit of crunch because you know, kind of want the texture. Plus it combines with that cheddar and that Monterey Jack, and it's going to make a delicious type of crust. Just so comforting, to say the least. All right, 375 for 30 minutes. We'll come back then. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, yes. We've got the bubbly edges around. We've got our good crust. We're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes or so and dive in. Okay, let's give this a taste. There you go. Perfect with a side salad if you want it. I'm going to do a little tomato today with mine because it's summertime. I'm going to hit that with a little parsley. And there you have it. Cheesy chicken and broccoli and rice casserole. Great weeknight meal. Let's give it a taste without scalding, burning the shit out of my mouth here. It's very rich and creamy. The panko and the cheese set up with a nice crust on top. Broccoli still has some integrity, so you're getting some texture. It's not just mush. And it's absolutely delicious. This is comfort food 101, guys. Give this a shot. All right, well, stay tuned for more casseroles going to be coming your way, kids. Click subscribe, come along for the ride, and we're going to see you next time. Bye.